What is going on, my peeps? Your boy Versatile is back with another video. Back here with really almost 2 months. My review, I guess you could call it my final verdict review on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 keyboard case cover. Yes, it's been more or less a month and a half or so since having it. You know, I've done some periodic check-ins, you know, first impressions 2 weeks later, and all that type of deal. Running through decks with the keyboard, and I wanted to come back through and basically flesh out how I ultimately feel about this keyboard case cover and whether or not you should buy it. Again, you guys know I have a couple cases left. I think I got 2 or 3 left. Hold on, let me show you real quick. I still got 3 left. So you guys interested, DM me on Instagram or Twitter if you want to get a keyboard, because it's the same model and make that I have. Which means that what I'm about to tell you, if you like that kind of stuff, then go ahead and hit me up, because most likely you will enjoy this. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys ignite that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you guys hit that notification bell so that way you stay informed when I drop videos. Now let's get into the video. And the first thing I'm gonna start off with is build quality. I honestly like the build of the keyboard in terms of what they used. Like, that's cool. Oh, I don't want to scratch it now. And thankfully you can rub it back out. So, woo, that was an accidental test. Proved successful. So, as I said, I like that material. I like this material. It doesn't get dirty. I haven't had it dirty. I have it on my little table that I have in front of me on the couch, and I haven't had any issues with the material. The build feels very good. I would wish that this was a little more sturdy in terms of, or stern, so that way it didn't, you know, slide around like that. That I don't care for. But outside of that, I really don't have any complaints for the build quality. It feels very good, very nice in the hand. The handability is great, and when it's, you know, propped up, it's cool, it's nice. Now, design. The next thing we're going to talk about is design. Do I care for that? At first I didn't, of course, because of what people were saying and what I was seeing. You know, it really made me skeptical and very scared to spend that kind of money on this keyboard here, because the design is not bad in theory, but then it's how you go about the design. So it's like, you know, you do it like that. As you guys may have saw in my last video as well with the Android 10 update, I was using the keyboard case cover, or I should say the case cover for that video, which means I had a, you know, prop like that. I haven't had any issues with how far I put this down. It's been on my lap, it's been on the table, and I honestly haven't had any issues. Now, it uses micro suction adhesion with a little bit of magnetism right here where the S pin is. So you open that up, as you guys can see right here, see that, and you got the pin right there. And that's about it in terms of what is holding it up. Now, I do like the kickstand, and because it has it's rigid, but then it also gives, and so I like that balance there. But I was very scared when I first got this, because a lot of people were talking about how they have it propped up or whatever, and it would fall right off the tablet. Tablet would fall, and, you know, you feel like you're jeopardizing your tablet's, you know, health and all that kind of stuff. So I was very skeptical in terms of buying this at $180 because of that. Now, one of the things that no one has had an issue with is, of course, the keyboard. The keyboard is very, very nice. The design of the keyboard is nice. I wish some of this gap would be gone, and maybe it could prop up the keyboard, kind of like the Microsoft style, so that way it kind of gives you a little more ergonomics in terms of typing. But in terms of the keyboard, haven't had any issues with that. The trackpad's been very nice, as you guys can see, very responsive. You got a mouse, and I'm in tablet mode, which means this works in tablet mode, no problem. So that's one of the things I've been testing, you know, basically the second wave of testing. I haven't been in DeX mode all that often, and I realized that the tablet is good in the keyboard is good in either mode, tablet mode or DeX mode. So in terms of design here, could the buttons be, if not a teeny bit more spaced out? I mean, maybe. I guess the one thing I would find is that the back space button could be a little bigger. I think that's my only thing there, is the back, is that could be a little bigger in terms of the keyboard's design. But I like this design. one of the things I noticed with the Tab S7, with some of the leaks and rumors and whatnot, is that it seems like that they're going almost in the Apple Magic Keyboard space in terms of how thick the keyboard is. So it might be a little more squared off, and it might be a little thicker, which I'm completely fine with. That's cool with me too. And maybe that will provide the nice close and it doesn't really slide around like that. So that I'll be looking forward to as well. The overall design of this keyboard has been, it's been good. You know, I was skeptical, and I guess I could still feel that right to be skeptical because other people are still skeptical. But I honestly think that if you just follow the directions, as I've been hearing in people's comments as well, if you follow the simple directions of when you peel that little film off, that initial film off on the back, to place this on the back of the tablet, make sure you place it down, make sure it's perfect, right? Add it down. And then what I did was I put a book on top of it, of course, to really cement it down. But once you cement it down, leave it for an hour. I understand like that's a bit of a procedure, but put it on there, leave it on there for an hour. I mean, the best time to do that probably is when it's charging. You know, just put the tablet on the charger, put the case cover on. That heat will also help because it reacts better to heat anyway. But being that this tablet has been in the cold or has not been on the charger at night sometimes, and I just leave it propped up, I still haven't had any issues with it. The one question that I will not answer is, can you remove it and put it back on with success? I have had people tell me in comments on my previous videos that they've removed it, and then when they put it back on, they did the whole hour thing again, and it stuck like glue again. So the downside to the design of this is the time in which you have to install it and the time to reinstall it. And I don't think people would like that unless you wanted this to be your end all be all case. For me, I don't mind that. That's why I'm buying it. I want this to be my end all be all case. Now, I do like the Tab S4's keyboard case cover. I wouldn't say more, but just the design of it being kind of all connected together, and it can close and you can carry it off, is nice. It props itself up and you don't necessarily need a kickstand, but I do like the kickstand approach because it makes it feel more laptop-ish. I just hope that the keyboard itself is a little thicker for the Tab S7. So overall design, I'm fine with it. I haven't had any issues, so I can't complain, but I can understand people's concerns over the case cover's design and the willingness to have to go through that install process each time you remove it and place it back on. What's next? That's pretty much it. Like, I don't mind. I like the Tab S Pen or the S Pen placement right here. I do like that. I just wish that this was a little bit easier to pull up or pull off, because you know, if you know, it can be a little like, it could be a little bit of a hassle sometimes to pull this off. But I'm fine with that placement. I'm fine with overall Samsung direction in terms of the keyboard. There's only one color. I guess that's the one thing they could have did, was actually make the other colors for the tablet. So you know, they had like a blue tablet, right? A bluish tablet. They could have had a bluish keyboard, but they just went with this straight mountain gray or whatever. And that's pretty much it. You know, more colors. And you know, going forward, again, just make sure the design is good and people can't complain about it, because when people complain about it and you charge $180, people are gonna have an issue. Like $180 for a keyboard or case cover that was flawed, especially in the beginning. Now maybe that's what Samsung did. Maybe they changed the design, they modified it a little bit when people complained. I bought this, what was it, a couple months ago, and the model date or manufacturer date of these was like April 30th, 2020. So maybe they did modify the design, I don't know, but I haven't had any issues, so it's hard for me to complain about anything when it's doing exactly what I want it to do. But I understand people's complaints, and that's what actually caused me to wait to buy it. So again, if you guys are interested in the keyboard case cover, I have 3 left, and DM me and I could try and get you one, of course. I'm not charging $180 at all, so that you not have to worry about. I'm not trying to, that makes no sense. I'm trying to hook you up on a good deal. So hit me up in the comment, well, in my DMs on Instagram or Twitter if you want a case cover for your Galaxy Tab S6. And overall, have I been satisfied? Have I been pleased with it? I've been able to work with the keyboard just fine. It hasn't gotten in the way. It's actually helped me out. I use this to write comments up on YouTube sometimes when I'm watching videos and I have my keyboard attached. It's much easier to type out a comment. I just wish you could like get to emojis a lot faster, but again, it's very versatile. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the channel, baby. Versatile. But yeah, outside of that, I mean, there's nothing else to complain about other than please Samsung improve on everything for the Tab S7 and Tab S7 Plus, because that's the bread and butter right there. A lot of us like using the tablets for our workflows. We don't want or need a whole nother laptop or nothing like that. We want to be able to just run and gun with this. So that's all we can really ask for. But that's it for this video. Hope you guys appreciate and enjoyed it. Again, let me know down in the comments below your thoughts about the keyboard case cover. If you got one, are you planning on getting one? Do you have one? If you haven't already, make sure you guys ignite that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you guys hit that notification bell so that way you stay informed when I drop videos. It's your boy Versatile signing out, and until the next video, wait for it.